Hello guys, welcome to this week's video. Today, first of all, I look like an egg because my hair was greasy, so I put it up in a little hair mask bun. And I'm gonna do an updated makeup routine because I just looked on my YouTube and I haven't filmed one of these for like a good 6 months, and I feel like I have changed a lot of the products I've been using for my makeup. So I thought I would just show you guys in a little updated video and have a little chat while we do my makeup. But yeah, I feel like I have really nailed down my routine, especially with my skin products. I feel like now my makeup looks very natural and it looks good all day. It doesn't go crusty. So yeah, I'm going to show you my updated makeup routine. I always do the same makeup style wherever I'm going, whether I'm going on a night out, to a premiere, or just to the shop and I want to put makeup on. I do my makeup the same for pretty much every occasion. I might put a bit more coverage on, but pretty much I keep everything the same. So this is the same makeup that I did for the Ends of Us premiere the other week I went to, and just the same makeup I'm always got on in my videos, so I thought I would show you guys. The first thing I always do is my eyebrows. I don't know why, I think I probably learnt this from beauty gurus in 2016, and I just never kind of stopped doing it, so I just brush them through with a little eyebrow brush in case there's any moisturizer on my face. I just have I washed my face and put moisturizer on, by the way, before I started this. Then I just fill them in. I am really not fussy when it comes to eyebrow products. This one is from Revolution and it's a little kind of triangle shaped pencil, but I also will use the e.l.f. one, or just pretty much any eyebrow pencil from Superdrug or Boots. I will just pick up a random one, so I'm not fussy in terms of eyebrow pencils. And I will just fill in my eyebrows a little bit. I do dye my eyebrows every now and again with men's beard dye to dye the colour. So when I have done that, I don't need to fill them in as much, but I actually haven't dyed my eyebrows in a while, so I'll need a bit more eyebrow pencil today. And I just kind of draw around, fill in any gaps. I don't do this too much because obviously I don't want them to look not natural. But I just fill in if there's any little gaps in my eyebrows. And then just brush it through with the eyebrow brush to make sure it's all kind of even. There we go. And then once I've done my eyebrows, I do my base makeup as the next step. I feel like I do this in a random order, but first of all I need to go and wet my sponge because this is a very important product to put your makeup on with. I'm going to go wet this under the sink to make it go puffier. Okay, you can see my sponge has doubled in size, and now what I do is I will put on my SPF or sort of primer. I love this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's got SPF 50 in, and it also is a primer, so it kind of makes your skin just look a bit evened out, and it's kind of skin colour. I don't know if they do this in different shades. Obviously this is only my skin colour, so hopefully they do it in different shades for different other people's skin colours. But yeah, I just rub this and then put it on my face, just sort of everywhere. I do really love this product. Obviously it's quite expensive because it's Charlotte Tilbury, but I do think it is worth it if you want a really nice SPF to wear on your face, especially under makeup, because then I feel like I don't need to worry about SPF throughout the day. If I've got 50 on my face at the beginning of the day, then I'm pretty much covered from then on. Okay, now that's on my face, I'm going to start with, I tend to put on my cream, bronzer and blush underneath my foundation. So the one that I've been using for ages is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer one. So I will just get this and draw it around my face. This has been my favourite cream bronzer ever since I watched Madison Beer's Vogue makeup tutorial in 2020, and I just recently got a new one because my one I had before then was from 2020, literally 4 years old. So I got a new one, and this is one of my favourite products. Can you see I've got quite a lot on, but then when you blend it in, I would say it disappears, but obviously it doesn't disappear or else there'd be no point of putting it on. But it just looks so natural, and you can't really put too much on. I feel like it just looks so natural, especially because I put my concealer and my foundation on top of this. You can never put too much on and it just makes you look tanned. If you haven't matched your face to your body, if your body's more tan than your face, as long as you've got this product, you can always make your face look more tan than it is. And yeah, I really like it. And then for cream blush, I have a few different ones that I alternate between. I have the actual Charlotte Tilbury blush stick. I do like this, but this is quite shimmery, so I tend to wear this more like in the evenings, or if I'm like having photos like at a premiere, whatever, then it's nice to have the shimmery kind of highlight on your cheeks. But I think in real life sometimes it can make your face look a bit more like glittery, so if I just want a more natural kind of look, I'll just go for like a matte cream blush. I like this one from P. Louise. This one has like two sides and it's got a powder and a cream, and I really like this colour because it's like actually proper Barbie pink, like a blue toned pink. It's not like orange, and just for my skin tone I feel like it really looks good. I mean, that probably looks crazy right now, but once I blend it in and once you have your other makeup on top, I feel like it just gives you like a really nice pink like girly look. I think I've said this before, but my friend Olivia, she always has amazing blusher. Olivia Kirkby, like she always looks like sun-kissed and she always puts lots of blusher on, so I always think of her whenever I'm doing my blusher, and if I think I put too much on, I'm like, no, it will look great because it always looks good on Olivia. So now that I've done my cream, bronzer and blush, now I do my like skin kind of colour makeup, like the coverage part. And so I have two products that I tend to use for like foundation. My go-to for years was always the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which is like a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury filter, but I have actually pretty much run out of this, and then I went to an event for Charlotte Tilbury and they gave me this foundation stick to try. This sounds like an ad, but this is not an ad, but they did gift this to me at their event, and I tried it. I've never tried like a foundation stick. Like I'm literally only ever using this filter. Like I've gone through like 3 bottles of this filter, but this, if you put enough on, at first I only put a bit on and I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I like this. Once you put enough on, this makes your skin look so good. I mean, it's called like Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint, and that's how I would describe it. Like it literally just looks like you're putting a filter on your face. Although I am scared that I'm going to run out of this soon because I do use a lot. I mean, I don't know how much product there is. Also, the packaging does do that, which is a bit annoying, but get over it. Okay, so I've only got that much left, which is kind of sad. That means I'm gonna have to repurchase this soon. But also one thing I love about this is they like color matched me at the event, so this is like my perfect skin color. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell when I draw this on. I don't know if you can see that, but it's literally just my skin color. Like it almost looks like I'm drawing nothing on, and like I don't know if you can tell, it's just my perfect shade. I get the shade Free Fair if you wondered, but I mean that's probably not very helpful because you're probably not the same skin colour as me. But yeah, I just like literally put it everywhere. Like I just everywhere, all over my face. The more you put on, the more coverage you get, so depending on like how much coverage I want, just blend it in and it just looks so amazing. Like in real life, when you like look at your skin in the mirror, I'm just like, whoa, like it looks like my skin but better. Like this sounds like an ad, but I just don't know if I'm just not used to wearing like foundations, because I tend to just use the like filter thing and then add concealer. But this product, like I am gonna be repurchasing it, and that's not often that happens because obviously I get sent a lot of beauty products to try, and normally I would just be like, oh, I'll just try something else when it runs out. But this one, I'm definitely repurchasing this, especially because it's like the perfect shade for my skin colour. Like I just love it so much. Okay, so there's it blended in. I don't know if you can tell, but my skin just looks so good. Like every time I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, this is what I wish my skin like looked like in real life without makeup on, because it looks just so glowy and so good. I just love it. And then I'll just go in with a bit of concealer. My go-to concealer is always the Maybelline anti-age one, but I actually have almost ran out, so I bought this replacement because they didn't have my colour when I went in Boots the other day, the Maybelline Fit Me one. They're very similar concealers, but I do prefer the anti-age one. But just putting this under my eyes, but with that foundation, I mean, I don't really need much other coverage because it's pretty good coverage if you put enough on. But yeah, just putting some concealer under my eyes to hide any dark circles, and a bit on my nose. I just can't get over how good my skin looks with that foundation. Okay, I've blended the concealer in, and then like almost straight away to try and stop it creasing, I go in with some loose powder. This one from Morphe is the one I've been using recently, but to be honest, I never really see much of a difference with pressed powder. I mean loose powders. Like I used the what's it called, I think I still have it, it's pretty empty. Yeah, this one, the Coty Air Spun one, is pretty good too. And also the Maybelline Fit Me powder, I've used that before. I've used the Revolution powders. I feel like powders, they all do a similar thing. Even the Laura Mercier one, I've used that before and that was really nice, but I think powder's one of the products that you don't really need to spend money on. Although I have seen lots of good reviews on the Huda Beauty powder, so maybe I should try that, but I feel like they pretty much all do the same thing. So I basically just put this all over my face. Even though I like the glowy look, I have quite oily skin, so I like to put powder on just to make sure my makeup stays throughout the day, because I hate having like feeling all like sweaty. So now my base is like done, and then I'm just gonna add a bit more colour with some powder versions of blush and bronzer. I actually bought this new bronzer the other day because the bronzer that I've been using for years and years is the Benefit Hoola bronzer from this little set. Can you see it's basically done? I do really recommend the Hoola bronzer, but I went in Boots and I saw that they sell Physicians Formula. I mean, I don't know if you guys used to watch YouTube, like beauty YouTube channels in like 2016, but it used to be like the thing. My camera just cut out, but I was saying that this Physicians Formula bronzer was like all the craze, and I saw that they sell it in Boots now, and they used to not sell this brand in the UK, so I'm gonna try it out. I mean, I used to be obsessed with this bronzer. I feel like it's a very sort of similar colour to the Hoola bronzer, maybe just a bit lighter. But I mean, this looks cute. This smells very nostalgic to me. It smells kind of like coconut. Right now, this is looking cute, so recommend this as a bronzer. It's got like a tiny bit of shimmer in, but not too much. So just put bronzer kind of everywhere, and then I'm going to go in with blush. So my favourite powder blushes, see again with the whole thing of I like putting lots of blush on, inspired by Olivia Kirkby. My go-to blush that I've used for years is this one from Superdrug. It's this brand, I don't know how you pronounce it, it's like a free and then I-N-A. And this colour blush is a really good colour, but then I also love the P. Louise one that's like the powder section of the cream blush I use. So I think I'm going to use the P. Louise one today just because it's the same colour as the powder one I use. So I'm just getting loads of this and putting it on my cheeks. As I said, I don't think you can wear too much blush. Like, I just think blush looks so cute, especially in the summer. Like, it just kind of looks a bit like sunburnt and super cute. So I'm just putting a lot of blush on. Okay, there we go. So that is basically my base done. Now, I don't really do much eye makeup. I do like the same thing every time, as the same with all of this makeup routine, which is just to put a bit of like bronzy kind of colour in my crease. I got this Morphe palette recently. This is quite fancy for me, but normally I will just use pretty much any eyeshadow I have, like any random little eyeshadow palette, and I will just take like a fluffy blush and put basically like a pale kind of colour the same as my skin tone on my eyelid, just to stop the concealer like creasing if any concealer or foundation is on my eyelid. And then I'll just take like a brown colour. You can also just use your bronzer, which I used to do before I had like proper eyeshadow. Just use the same bronzer that you've just used on your face as your eyeshadow, and I just put this in my crease and kind of just go like that. I mean, I'm not a makeup artist, I just randomly put it in my crease. I feel like it just makes my eyes look a bit more interesting. And once I've done that, I do my little winged eyeliner, which is something I do every time I do my makeup. Like, I feel like I just look weird if I have makeup on but I don't have the wing. And my favourite liquid eyeliner for doing that is the KVD Tattoo Liner. Now, this is still my favourite liner, and it's meant to be waterproof. It's called like the Tattoo because it's meant to stay on like a tattoo, like. But recently I've been having like watery eyes. I don't know if it was hay fever or just like the sun getting in my eyes, and then the wing's been like coming off throughout the day. Maybe it's like because this is quite old, maybe I need to go and buy a new one so the formula is like fresher. Maybe that's why it's not like staying as long as it used to. But anyway, this is definitely my favourite liner in terms of like the nib. I cannot describe this, you just have to try it. But if you struggle to draw on your eyeliner, most liquid eyeliners, the like tip on it is just made of like foam, if you think of like a felt tip pen, whereas this one is made of tiny little bristles, like a paintbrush. So it kind of like, it's more flexible when you draw on the eyeliner, if that makes any sense at all. It's, yeah, just much easier to kind of like do a little kind of curved eyeliner rather than just having it feel like a felt tip pen and kind of like drag on your skin. So yeah, I do really recommend this KVD. It does normally stay long, but I don't know why the past few weeks it has been kind of coming off throughout the day. But I maybe need to go and buy a new one in Boots because I've had this one since like Christmas time. But yeah, I'm just gonna draw my winged eyeliner on. Do you guys remember when all the YouTubers would like go off camera to do their eyeliner or their eyebrows? I mean, I kind of get it because like I have to look like that close in the mirror, but I don't really know how to describe my eyeliner. I don't like draw on the whole lid. I just do like the corner and do a little flick. There we go. Like, I feel like it's fairly self-explanatory. I think like my eye shape doesn't suit having it all across, just the little flick like works the best for me. Yeah, that's it basically, my eyeliner. And then my main tip when it comes to my makeup really is just put loads of mascara on. I think that's the main thing that makes a difference in my routine, is just putting loads of layers of mascara. I have found, this is actually very exciting news guys, I found a new favourite mascara and it is very cheap. It's from Lottie London and it's called Super Fake. And the reason I love this is because it's a tubing mascara. I think I've talked about this before because I had this one from KVD, which is also a tubing mascara, but this is more on the pricey side. And I was trying to find a tubing one that was from like the drugstore. And this one is from Superdrug. Basically, a tubing mascara is like a different sort of formula where like it doesn't come off as easily. Like, I don't know how to describe it. There's some sort of science behind it. But my mascara would always like fall out under my eyes. If I did bottom lash mascara, I'd end up with all black under my eyes. But you don't have that happen if you use a tubing mascara. So I would really recommend, if you ever have struggles with your mascara like going on your face, especially in the summer, I feel like that happens. Try a tubing mascara like that Kat Von D one. It's called Full Sleeve. Or this one from Lottie London called Super Fake. And I do really like the brush on this one as well. It's like a really tiny brush, but it makes your lashes look really good. So yeah, I'm just going to curl my lashes and then put on loads of layers of that mascara. And also the tubing mascara is like way easier to take off. Like, I used to really dread taking my mascara off because I feel like it would just take like so long to like rub your eyes and get them all like irritated to get your mascara off. Especially if you use like waterproof mascara, like that's so hard to get off. Whereas these tubing ones, when you want it to come off, it just comes off. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like my new discovery, tubing mascaras. And I think this one is like £5, maybe max £10. So I very much recommend. But yeah, I just basically put lots of layers of mascara on. But I do think I have quite good like natural lashes anyway, so obviously that is a benefit and that's why my lashes look nice. But I do recommend this mascara. I wonder if anyone else has tried it. Okay, that's after one coat, and then I just put more coats on, especially if I'm going on like a night out or if I want more dressy makeup. I just put more coats of mascara on. That's like the main difference in my makeup if I'm just going like on like an evening makeup look. Okay, now I've done my mascara. One of the last things I do is just brush through my eyebrows because obviously I did them right at the beginning, so I feel like they've got a bit of like foundation and powder in. I've just got this clear brow gel. This is also from Lottie London. Just brush through them. You could also do this with like a tinted brow gel if you wanted a bit more colour. I used to use the like Gimme Brow from Benefit. But yeah, just brush them through. And then my last step is my lips. I feel like my lips is like the thing I'm most picky about, even though you probably haven't even noticed the fact I wear lip product. But my favourite things in the world are these lip liners. The one from Charlotte Tilbury is my most kind of OG one. I have also used this since the Madison Beer Vogue video in 2020 because she used this exact one in this exact colour. It's the colour Iconic Nude. I think most people use the colour Pillow Talk, but I found that a bit too pink for my kind of lip colour. Like, this is basically my exact lips colour, so if I want to overline them then it looks super natural. But I also bought this one from Refy when I was in New York, and this lip liner is like a twisty one, so I do find this is much easier. Like, if I can't bother to sharpen this pencil, this one is obviously a lot like simpler to use, and it's a very similar colour to the Iconic Nude. This one's called Taupe by Refy, and it has this little thing at the bottom, let me show you, where it's like, it's got this, it's not like a lip gloss, it's just this sort of like, stuff you put on top once you do the lip liner, and it makes your lip liner last all day. I don't love the texture of this stuff, but it really works. So if I want my lip liner to last all day, I will use the Refy one. I think Charlotte Tilbury is still kind of my favourite, but the Refy one is kind of easier to take on the go because of the twisty thing. So let me use the Refy one today because I'll show you what it looks like. But yeah, I just kind of like, first of all, I'll wipe off if I've got any lip gloss on, or normally when I do my skincare I'll put on some lip balm, so just kind of wipe it off a bit and then just go around my lips with the lip liner. If I'm going on a night out I might like overline them a bit more, and then put on the little I honestly don't know what this is. The texture's quite strange. It's almost like a face moisturizer texture. Just put this on around the lips. And then once my lip liner is done, I will go in with some sort of lip balm, lip oil, something like that. I've got lots of different ones. I like these ones from P. Louise, they're quite cheap. I recently got some from some Clarins, which is a bit fancy. Or I will just use like a lip balm, like a pore lip balm or something. I'm just going to put on this Clarins one today because I'm feeling a bit fancy. This one is actually, it looks really dark, but it actually just comes out like pretty much clear. I'm just putting this on, and I feel like if you put lip liner on and then just put like a clear balm, then it makes, if you have overline your lips, it makes it look more natural. But yeah, that is the final step in my makeup routine. Here is how my makeup looks. I don't know if you can see. I feel like obviously it would be better if my hair was done, but right now my hair is an egg. Maybe let me just like move you so I'm like in the sun. Can you see that? Can you see my makeup? But yeah, that is my standard makeup routine. I will try and link the products below if that's useful. I don't know if anyone will even care, but yeah, I would say if I was going to recommend any of the products, definitely the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. 100%, that's so good, and the fact that it matches my shade so perfectly I think is one of the reasons I love it so much. So if you can, like, go to like one of the Charlotte Tilbury little counters in like Debenhams. Is Debenhams even a thing anymore? Or Boots, you know, a department store, and get shade matched because it like matched my skin colour perfectly. I also really recommend the Lottie London mascara and that shade of the Charlotte Tilbury and the Refy lip liners. I really like those. Also, if I do want my makeup to last longer, I will do a setting spray. Here's just some random ones. I feel like setting sprays, I don't really have a preference. This one's from Morphe, this one's from Charlotte Tilbury, and I just like spray this on if I want my makeup to stay. But sometimes I do think the setting spray can make your makeup look a bit too glowy, and then like it's already like glowy before you've even left the house, so it just depends what sort of makeup vibe I'm going for. But yeah, that was my makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It feels so weird filming one of these because I feel like I'm not like a beauty channel, but I feel like I film one of these videos every like 6 months or so. So if anyone does ask on my Instagram, whatever, I can just point them towards this video and it's all my makeup thoughts in one place. But I hope you're having a good week. I've had a bit of a crazy few weeks. I've had a lot of family stuff going on. You might have noticed I have been a bit quieter on my socials, or you might not have even noticed because I'm quite good at pre-filming stuff, so you probably haven't even noticed that I haven't been as like active recently. But I am doing okay, and hopefully we'll be doing better in the next few weeks. But I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in next week's video. I post every Sunday on these long YouTube videos, and then I post oh, my phone is buzzing. I post every day on other platforms like Snapchat. I've been trying to post on Snapchat more. On Instagram and TikTok I definitely post every single day, if not more. And I've been posting more on YouTube Shorts as well, so if you're not a TikTok sort of person but you don't want to miss out on my like short videos, then you can go on my like short section of my YouTube channel down there and go see what I'm posting on there. But yeah, I hope you're all having a good week, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye guys.